Polygamy is already an option in Cameroon. I mean, when you go to the civil status registry to, to do your marriage, they ask you during your civil status registry, you are asked to choose. Do you want polygamy or monogamy? I've been privileged to be part of, even apart from getting married legally, I've been privileged to be part of marriages done at the civil status registry, where I was given chance to talk to couples. Okay, so they are asked, you have your right to choose polygamy or monogamy. I mean, even the state of Cameroon understands that marriage is not between children. You can impose certain things on children. But when it comes to adults, they have the ability to reason. They have the ability to choose what is right for them. It should not be an obligation. It's already existing. People still have their choices. I mean, we have seen a man that got married to 3 wives on the same day. That was his choice. Even if social media were to talk about it, that people will talk about it, that it is not him. He made his decision, he made his choice, and he's happy with his choice. At the end of the day, we cannot define how others should live. People should choose how they want to live, as long as it's not a problem to others. This statement of an African man is a polygamous man has misled a lot of people. Where did this statement come from? Who made an African man a polygamous man? Yes, it's true that in our fondoms, in some of our kingdoms and fondoms, a fond normally gets married to more than 2 or 3 wives. I mean, it was natural, but it was not like it was a lifestyle for all African men. I mean, we still have African men who were not polygamous. It was not like that. It was not like it's a lifestyle of an African man. So I have always stood against this statement of that an African man is a polygamous man. I've stood against it, and I'll always stand against it. It is misleading. It is misleading. Who brought up this statement for what reasons? What were the facts provided to show that an African man was a polygamous man? Do you know that even today we have fonds, chiefs that they still choose to go with 1 wife? Even at that level, we know that they are even mandated to have even 2 or more. Any man, anybody who cannot discipline themselves. To be honest with you, if you want to have 3, 4, that number is limitless. The possibility of you having you can have 4 wives you're officially married to. Again, it will not quench that appetite. Someone who is polygamous is someone who has, yes, men not naturally have they love variety. I won't differ with that. Men love variety, that's true. But to tell you the truth, someone who cannot be satisfied with 1 will not be satisfied with 2, neither will 3 do, neither will 4 do. So even if they get married to 4, the possibility of them cheating is still very high. I'm telling you the truth, most of the cheats even are polygamous people. Polygamy is no guarantee of that people will stop having side chicks. Because one of our key reasons here is that if people have the multiple women that they want, the aspect of side chicks will die a natural death. And I want to say that I've seen men who have 1 wife and they are faithful to that 1 wife. They don't have side chicks. And I've equally seen polygamous men who have side chicks out there. Now, if a polygamous man, I think I was already establishing that in my first intervention. If someone cannot discipline their appetite, yes, men like variety. That is true. But do you know that everything a man wants is in 1 woman? What makes the difference? What makes the difference, or the differences in women? I think character is just what differentiates us women. Apart from that, we have breasts, we have the same vagina, we have everything we have is the same. Yes, you might want to tell me that some are this and that, but I'm not interested in all of that. But what I want to say is that what a man wants can be found in 1 woman. Yes, one woman can give you what you want. And again, polygamy is no guarantee that side chicks would die a natural death. Because if someone could not discipline, I said it already, If someone could not discipline their appetite for, for one, they want two. They want even 80. They will want even 100. The day they see this other girl, that girl will be like, wow, this one, if I don't marry her, or if I don't keep her. And by the time they see that, okay, if I've already married 8 or 10 or 5, if I have to continue, people will begin to look at me like I'm not normal. They will still keep them as side chicks. So we are saying that every day you will meet people who will look like what you want. And since you don't have discipline, since you don't have boundaries in your life is that you should go for anything you want. You will always go for more. Let's again be clear about what wants and needs are. You can want things. You can, like, I can sit here, I want even aeroplane, but do I really need an aeroplane? Where will I be flying it to? What you want is not what wants are desires. Needs are things that you cannot live without. Those are basic needs. So if it's wanting, everybody wants, like I sit here now, if I want even 1 million, 100 million. And I want even 100 million. But at one moment, are you sure if they give me 100 million now like this in my life, I'll be able to manage it? That's a want, it's not a need. What do I really need? Okay, I can tell that, okay, maybe I need 50 million for a particular project I'm having, which makes a lot of sense. So wants again are not needs. And she said it again in one of her, I think she said it somewhere, that marriage is to benefit men more than women. Why? Who said it? Who made marriage to benefit men more than women? I think we have long past this stage where women suffer in marriages, and men, it's all about the men. We have long past that age. Marriage is something that comes with mutual benefit. I mean, a woman can pursue career the same way a man can pursue career. We should be supportive of each other's career. It should be beneficial to both. I mean, I'm not coming in to become a slave to you. If you wanted a slave, you should get a slave. If you wanted a house help, you get a house help or whatever you want. But if you say somebody is a wife, kings have queens. Kings don't have mates. So let's honestly look at the advantages of polygamy. Okay. One of the things, yes, as people will say it, is that it increases companionship. I will still laugh at it because I think there's a statement that says 2 is company, 3 is a crowd. So you cannot say increase companionship. Honestly, let's look at King Solomon. How faithful do you think King Solomon's wives were? I mean, look at the number of wives and look at the number of concubines. Before she finally goes to meet or to satisfy one of his wives sexually, that woman must have been dying emotionally already. And I will tell you the truth, this is nobody has to convince me for this one. King Solomon's wives had side duties that were satisfying them, because King Solomon alone could not have done that. He couldn't have played that role. This one, I'm not asking anybody to say it is right or wrong. I am saying that the King Solomon's wives were cheating on King Solomon. That one is clear. Because before he goes to the number 700 round, the number 1 is already dying. Okay. So that's why people will say that you will increase companionship. It's not me saying it. Then they say it brings greater economic stability. Why? Because, yeah, the bigger the family, the bigger maybe their income or labor force or whatever. Then large family, yeah, it gives you a large family and kids. Again, this is if you have the means. Because to be very honest with you, polygamy is even disadvantageous even to the women. Let me give you reasons. At the end of the day, every woman struggles to work to take care of her own children. That's in a case where the man is not rich. The women now do what, and that's what was happening in those days. Every woman works and struggle. That means at the end of the day, you still work harder to provide for your family, for your children. Whereas if it's a one man, one woman, the husband is entitled to take care of the children. But since the children are too many now, every woman takes care of their children. So the issue here is just for one man to be impregnating women. It brings greater income, okay. Then it gives variety. Yeah, variety to men. Again, let's be reminded, marriage should be mutually beneficial to both the man and the woman. Okay, now let's look at some of the potential drawbacks. jealousy and loss of lives. There's a lot of conflicts. I come from a polygamous home. I know what I'm saying. In 100 polygamous homes, you can say maybe 20 of them can live peacefully. 20. 80% of polygamous homes have serious conflicts. I mean, serious conflicts. Interpersonal conflicts, of course. Then childbearing, not childbearing, child rearing is a problem. Now, one of the advantages of polygamy could be, okay, maybe the first wife was not having kids, and you can now have more kids from the other women. So there's a lot of I talk about child rearing could be a problem. Then competition amongst the women. Everybody wants to be the favorite. Competition. Then parental attention. Sometimes the children they lack parental attention because the women are focused on fighting who will be the favorite. And then equally, there's a lot of risks for STDs. It means that if one person has HIV will spread to the entire household. That's how risky it is. Okay, but let's look at some of the advantages of monogamy very quickly. Financial stability, reduced jealousy. You know that this is my husband, this is my wife. You are protective of each other. Roles are clearer with expectations clearly spelled out. Social acceptance, reduced risks to STDs, better and physical mental health. Okay,